What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help.
Welcome back to SampleKings. Today, we aren't just turning knobs. We're learning how to carve out space. Think of your mix like a room. If you keep throwing furniture in without moving anything, eventually you can't walk through it. That's what happens when you don't EQ, your kick hits the bass, your vocals get buried by the guitars, and the whole track sounds like a muddy mess. In this session, we're going deep. We're going to look at the why behind every move, from the foundational thump of a kick drum to the final polish on your master bus. Whether you're producing club bangers, rock anthems, or a clear podcast, these principles are your secret weapon. Let's get it. Everything starts with the low end. If the foundation is shaky, the house falls down. Let's talk about the kick drum and the bass. These two are roommates, and they usually fight over the same bed, 60 hertz. If you boost both at 60 hertz, your low end becomes a blurry, undefined blob. The trick is frequency staggering. If your kick is the thump at 60 hertz, give it a little dip at 100 hertz, then go to your bass track and do the opposite. Dip the 60 hertz and boost the 100 hertz. Suddenly, they both have a pocket to live in. Now look at your snare. Beginners often boost the lows for meat, but that usually just adds mud. Instead, look at 400 hertz. If it sounds like a cardboard box, pull a few decibels out right there. To get that crack that cuts through a wall of guitars, give it a sharp boost at 5 kilohertz. And don't forget the hi-hats. This is the most common mistake. Hi-hats have zero musical business below 300 hertz. Use a high-pass filter and cut all that low-end rumble out. It might not sound like much in solo, but across 10 tracks, that rumble adds up and steals your headroom. Clean it out. Next, the mid-range. This is where the meat of your song lives, but it's also where things get crowded. For rock guitars, the biggest enemy is fizz, that high-pitched, annoying hiss that happens around 3.5 kilohertz, a narrow surgical cut that will make your guitars sound heavy without hurting the listener's ears. For soul and R and B, keep it clean. High pass them up to 100 hertz to stay out of the bass player's way, and boost 5 kilohertz for that sweet pick attack. If you're doing country, it's all about the air. Use a high shelf boost at 12 kilohertz to make those acoustic strings shimmer like $1 million. Now, keyboards and synths. Modern digital synths are designed to sound huge by themselves, which means they take up every frequency. In a mix, that's a nightmare. If the synth isn't the main lead, treat it like background wallpaper. Dip the 2 kilohertz to 4 kilohertz range. This is the harshness zone. By softening this area, you allow the vocals to sit right in front of the synth rather than fighting it. For piano, watch the 200 hertz area. If it's too boomy, it will mask your bass player's notes. Be brave with your cuts. Vocals are the soul of the track. If people can't hear the lyrics or the emotion, the song fails. On male vocals, we usually see a buildup around 250 hertz. This makes the singer sound like they have a cold. Cut it. For female vocals, the magic is in the sheen above 10 kilohertz. A gentle high shelf boost here adds that expensive studio sound. For podcasts, clarity is your only job. Use a high-pass filter at 80 hertz to kill any desk thumps or air conditioner hum. Then, boost the 3 kilohertz range. That's where the consonants T and K live. It makes the speech much easier to understand. When we move to horns and flutes, we have to manage intensity. A trumpet or sax is naturally honky at 2.5 kilohertz. If it feels like it's piercing your eardrums, put a small cut right there. If you're EQing a flute, the beauty is in the breath. Focus on the 8 kilohertz range to bring out that airy, ethereal quality. For a full horn section, don't EQ them for detail. EQ them for vibe. Scoop out the 1 kilohertz range to create a hole for your lead vocal to sit in. The horns should wrap around the singer, not step on them. We're here, the most important area. You've EQ'd your tracks, and now it's time to glue them together. The drum bus is where you take all your individual drum sounds and treat them as one instrument. On the bus, we don't use surgical cuts. We use broad musical strokes. A gentle 1 decibel boost at 10 kilohertz can bring the whole kit to life. If the kit feels a bit muddy as a whole, a tiny dip at 200 hertz across the entire bus can clear it right up. Finally, the master output. This is the stereo out, the last thing the audio hits before it becomes a file. Warning, this is not the place to fix mistakes. If the snare is too quiet, go back to the snare track. The master EQ is for tonal shaping. We're talking moves of 0.5 decibels or 1 decibel max, maybe a tiny bit of air at 15 kilohertz to make the track feel modern, or a tiny sub-bass lift at 60 hertz to give it that final thump. EQ is about balance. It's about making sure every instrument has a home. Apply these steps, trust your ears, and your mixes will start to sound like the pros. Hope you learned a lot about EQ, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed that lesson about EQs. We put that together especially using our service here, and it's kind of cool. It covers everything about EQs, and check it out. Now, this is important too. We've also increased the value of SampleKings.com. As you can see here, our membership's just $60. That includes tons of samples and also videos that are as well, and some apps. Now, as you scroll down to here, you'll also notice that members now get $5 off each hour of a booked lesson. That's a great deal. That even includes, if you do a 10-hour block, you get $50 off. That means 10 hours for $110. Also here, if you're gonna use 1 hour in PayPal, it's just $27 an hour. And here in Cash App, that's just $25. Using Venmo is $25. Now also, if you need help, you come right here and you call us at 718-715-4652. And our new feature here, this is a pretty big deal right here. This is it. Free video of your lessons. One thing I've realized is people sometimes forget when I get through a lesson, and I can't blame them. It's an hour or so, there are 2 hours they do. You know, to remember everything is almost impossible, but to have a video of what we went over and went through will help you each and every time you seem to forget something, because I know you're probably working a job or doing other things too in the daytime. It's good to have the lesson to fall back on. Now, if you want to book time also, it's pretty simple. You come down here, you can see time you can book. As a matter of fact, here we're now doing AI video, and this price will drop in a few days because now we have all the top softwares to make that AI video happen for you. And we can help you get this sucker out so it'll be big in YouTube as well. And we also do mastering and mixing. You can get 3 hours of any lesson. Pick something you want, we can do 3 hours of that. Or we can do a 2-hour lesson. Also, we do Logic Pro, any MPC, including MPC XL, MPC Live 3, Final Cut Pro for video editing, all the rolling devices, and of course, any MPC. And further down here, you'll see we have all the top softwares, including Universal Audio Devices, Luna, and Studio One, which is also Fender Studio Pro 8, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, that's 12, and also Final Cut Pro. But not just Final Cut Pro, this is FL Studio, excuse me. And here we also have any machine device. We have videos on this in YouTube, and we also have lessons here, right here at SampleKings. We also teach how to use AI video. If you need any help, it's pretty simple. Just call us right here, and we're here to help you. If you want to see a bigger file, a bigger overall look of it, come right here or right here. Book lessons now with Doc. Click click right there. It opens up to you. It's a much bigger page to see everything all at once. You want to book some time? How about an MPC Live 3 lesson? You click right here. You can pick the date and the time you want, and you come right over here. Oh, I want this date right here. Well, great, there it is. Pick your time here. That's the time you want. Just fill this form out right here. First name, last name, email. Put in your phone number. If you're in America, right here. The most important thing to do also here, as you can see, is to enter your information about what you want to know, what you're trying to learn, what I need to prepare for before we start your lesson. It's always cool to do that. Pick if you use a Cash App. What? How'd you pay? Was it Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo? Mark that off too. And of course, make sure you have a Zoom membership. You also want to know if you got a PC or a Mac. You never know. And of course, if you book the hour time, you're good to go. But you cancel it, it may cost like $20. And there is a cancellation fee right here of $20. Once you go through all this, you're booked. And then all you got to do at that point is come back to the main page and use either PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. If you have any questions, contact me. I'm Doc at SampleKings.com, and the number is 718-715-4652. I'll see you in the next video.